time for real honest conversation with Eric David and Jason Howard. I have grunt guilt. I'm guilty of a grunt. I've got grunt guilt.
You have grunt guilt?
Yes. On the first episode, we talked about how I hate people at the gym who lift weights and grunt.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to something else. Grunt guilt.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I got you.
I was at the the grunters. They're trying to like squeeze out a turd.
Okay, grunt guilt.
I was at the gym.
Oh boy.
And I grunted.
Sounds like a start to a bad joke.
I know. I was at the gym. What happened? So I was at the gym and I'm deadlifting.
Okay.
And I'm deadlifting heavyweight for me.
All right.
Right? I did one deadlift, 315 pounds. I did it, pulled it up, good, clean.
Can we pause right there for a moment? You lift 350 pounds for fun?
15 pounds, yeah, for fun, yeah. Well, you challenge yourself.
Remind me to never work out with this person.
We need to work out. We did. We worked out at Planet Fitness a long time ago.
Once.
And
I worked out on the other side of the gym because you went to the heavy stuff first.
Heavyweight.
And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hit the Nautilus.
No,
I'm gonna get my cardio in.
Look, I'm looking out for Alicia.
She will thank you for that.
We're gonna get you into shape. You are gonna look like I don't know what celebrity. Brad Pitt.
Hey,
a Brad Pitt bod.
Brad's kind of getting on the older side a little bit.
Okay, all right.
You know, like I'm thinking more like a Timberland. Like
Timberland.
Justin.
Oh, Timberlake.
Yeah, but I think he's going by. Maybe not. Maybe
is he Timberland? Because those are shoes.
Timberland. I know, right? That's why when I saw it, I was like,
and a producer.
Does he mean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's the one that. Yeah,
but anyways, so I prefer if you use like, Justin.
Okay,
Justin.
yeah. But yeah,
Timberlake.
I mean, if we go, I'm gonna push you, and
okay,
you're gonna push heavyweight. So I was at the gym.
Okay, you're at the gym,
and I'm deadlifting 315. So I get one up. Cool.
Wait, were you grunting?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
The first time I got it up, and then dropped it down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do another one.
Okay.
I go halfway up. I could feel it coming. I could feel it.
Wait, the grunt?
The grunt coming.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I could feel the grunt coming, and I was like, it started as a low rumble. It was like a mix between a lion's roar and a good old American V8.
Oh,
it was kind of like I got halfway up and I was like, and once it came out, I just let it go. So I was like,
oh, no.
And then
wait, did you do this at Planet Fitness?
No, I did this at LA Fitness.
Oh, okay, totally different fitness place.
Right.
Did you do that at Planet Fitness?
And they sound that alarm.
They might sound the lunk alarm.
You know what? Here's the thing about Planet Fitness.
Hey, I'm just saying you could be categorized as a lunk. Especially when you're lifting around 350 pounds.
Right. But hold on. My beef with Planet Fitness. Okay. Hold on. Well, anyway, so I dropped it down. I'll go back to Planet Fitness. I dropped it down, but I grunted and I was like, and then boom, and set it down. And then once I got it down on the ground, it was almost like I turned into, you saw the 300, like the Spartans in 300.
Oh, no.
I was like, I put it down on the ground, and then I was like, and I looked at myself. I looked at myself, and I'm like, who am I? Who is this person? What am I? What have I become? Oh man,
I'm a 300
right. So
Sparta.
Here's what I realized.
Okay.
Grunts are like farts. They're like toots, right?
Okay.
Everybody's got it in them.
Ooh, okay.
You don't know when they're gonna come out, and when they come out, you're powerless to do anything about it. You just gotta let her rip, tater chip.
Oh man, you've been thinking about this one,
I
haven't you?
have because I felt bad. I'm like, I turned into that guy.
You turned into a lunk.
Oh, but
at what we would call Planet Fitness.
He goes to Planet Fitness, right? He goes to Planet Fitness.
Which Wait. Before everybody starts judging, Planet Fitness.
Oh, I'm going to judge.
There's lots of judges out there. They're listening, they're watching, and they're going, you go to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is for fill in the blank. But I just want you to know, I prefer to be around heavier set people that are not judging because it helps me to feel so much better when I'm trying to work on this mess here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting it out there before you start judging me.
I am judging. Okay. I'm a judger. People like,
you go to LA Fitness because everybody that goes to LA Fitness looks like they're from LA.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right?
Boom.
So, and they're all wearing their sexy yoga pants.
Oh my
and then
gosh!
How do you? It's another conversation. How do you work out? We as men are totally drawn to these things and these ladies. So this is so. It's great when you're single, dude, because it's a free for all. But when you're married, and you can't look at stuff like that, and yet women want to wear that stuff, and it messes with men no matter whether you're married or not. Knock it off, ladies.
No, don't knock it off. I love it. Just because you're married, don't stop the fun for us. Okay. I was at the gym today.
Oh
man.
Oh no.
There's this girl.
No. It sounds like another bad joke. There was this girl.
It was this girl. Oh man, I've seen her before. So I like going. I'm an early starter. I didn't go early today, but I'm an early riser. The early bird gets the worm.
Right.
But I didn't go early today.
Okay.
There's this girl who used to go. I go at like 5 a.m. when they open. So this is this girl that used to go. Well, I mean, you get up, but you feel good after. And then I get in and I start like editing after that. After I go home. There's this girl there. Oh, man. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah. There's several of them that just look phenomenal.
Oh boy. Like future Mrs. David phenomenal?
Yes, but here's the thing. Like we mentioned before, I'm not ready yet. Okay. So it takes everything in me to not go over and just compliment. Because that's all you got to do. Like we talked about before. Compliment her hair. If her hair looks good, I'm telling you, ladies love it when you notice them and notice their hair.
Ladies, is this true? You need to go down and like type down there if this is true. Is Eric on to something? If he were to walk up to you and be like, "Hey, I noticed you from across the room, and I think you got really nice hair, even though you're in yoga pants. I think your hair looks really nice." Like, how would you respond to that?
They would love it. Look, okay. Women, guys. Compliment the hair, but for guys, women notice your shoes. I'm telling you, they look at your shoes. If your shoe game isn't good, you're not getting any play with the ladies. Get your and there are guys at the gym who look at my shoes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right, they check them out. They're like, man, this dude's shoe game is crazy. But there's a reason for that. I like to coordinate. You got to coordinate. So if I'm
you a matcher? Do you match?
I do. If I have gray, I got to have like gray or some kind of...
see. So if we were in a movie, I would be Kevin James.
Yeah.
And he would be Hitch. He would have the style and the class. I wear Pumas.
But no, Pumas are. But it's not even the
but they don't
brand
match.
Of shoe.
They don't match. They don't match.
See, you got to match.
See, that's the white cracker.
Now, do you wear the same shoes every day? You do?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do.
Guys,
but for all of you that wear those same shoes every day, just so you know.
Don't listen to him.
Are not alone.
Don't listen to him. He's married. He's good. You are not. If you're single, this isn't the way to go. Don't listen to him.
He's married.
Listen,
he's married. Like,
shoes are
so I'm already
important.
tagged?
You're already tagged.
So I'm allowed to look like a dork.
You're good. You can sit back. You can let yourself go. You can just...
I can let myself. Do you hear what you are insulting me while you try to explain this? You just said you can let yourself go.
You can't.
Are you suggesting that I've let myself?
I didn't say you have let yourself go.
You did, Eric David.
Play back the tape. You're good. You can sit back. You can let yourself go. But yes, shoes are so important. And don't wear the shoes same. Don't wear the same shoes.
So don't pull a Jason Howard. Don't wear the same shoes.
Listen, guys, ladies, look at your shoes. They need to be clean. It doesn't matter what the brand.
Got to be clean, and it's got to match your shirt.
It's got to match your outfit, right? You got to coordinate. So this is just game. This is me giving you game fellas, how to pick up ladies.
Single
and
married. I'll give you married tips here. Like, just keep listening to me. If you're married, wear the same shoes.
No, don't wear the same shoes.
Yeah, because your goal is not to get the attention of the ladies in the gym. The yoga pant wearing ladies is not why you're there. You're there to get your fat crack into shape for your wife.
No, look. This is why you guys are going to get divorced. You're going to get divorced because you're not making an effort. You got to make an effort.
No. I'm making an effort. I am working on my cardio. I'm working on my cardio to keep this in the shape that it is in.
Yes, but if you are in shape, but your clothes look like crap, it doesn't matter. You have to make an effort. You have to make an effort, and ladies love it when you make an effort. That's when your relationship gets stale. It gets stale, and
I don't think my wife would say that it's stale. I think she would say, "Babe, you are smoking."
Alicia,
where are you?
If she was here, I would ask her. No, your relationship is fine, but you think you're trying to give these people advice. There are people there who are sitting on their couches and they're miserable, they're lonely, and you're telling them don't make an effort.
No, the married people, just the married people.
Oh, okay.
These are happily married people. You don't have to have shoe game when you go. Not when you go to the gym.
Oh yes, you do. You do.
Not when you're married. Not when you're married, because what counts? No, because you don't want the attention. Listen, there are some hot people that go to the gym.
Yes,
and all the hot people, they're taken. I see bling bling on their finger. I have looked over and seen bling bling. Why are you looking so pretty at the gym when you're clearly taken? There is no need for you to get your shoe game on.
You should always look good all the time. Always look good. Whether you're wearing athleisure, that's the thing. You're wearing sweatpants to just around the house. You should always look good. Always make an effort. They love the effort. And if you don't make an effort and you're married, your wife is going to leave you. That's not true.
That's not true.
But
what?
Make an effort.
Your spouse doesn't even work out at the same time. It doesn't matter. You are not there for those people in the gym. Right?
You do it for you.
Yeah, but I like me in my same shoes with my unmatched shirt.
I bet you your shoes and your feet stink. If you wear the same shoes every day, your feet probably smell.
Well, I have multiple shoes. I don't wear the same shoes every single day, but I do have multiple shoes, but I do have a pair of shoes that I like to throw on that matches most of my outfits.
Okay, because I back in, I guess, elementary, you would wear the same shoes every day, and my feet stunk.
Well, yeah, but there's ways around that. I mean, but
Febreze. You Febreze them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway. So clearly we went off course. Sorry about that. That's my bad. But you have a future wife that goes to LA Fitness, apparently. Right?
Well, there's several that look good. But, so I go at 5 a.m.
So you notice their shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you notice their yoga pants before their shoes?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But I notice the shoes. So this girl coordinates. So if she's wearing a red top, she's got red Converse on.
Oh,
right.
Converse.
So she coordinates though. But this one used to go at 5 in the morning, right? She used to go at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The dudes in there would hit on her she couldn't get a workout in because they would just go up. They would sort of be nonchalant and they'd say, "Hey, oh, you working out?" Da, da, da. And so she would do a set. They wouldn't stop bothering her. So there's this one dude who would follow her around.
Oh, that's creepy.
So then she stopped going at 5 a.m. and I never saw her again.
Oh.
He ruined my marriage, my future woman.
And the 25 other guys that thought they were married.
I know. But I saw her today.
You
I went
saw
at a
her
different
today?
time. Yeah, she goes at a different time to avoid that guy. You guys, stop. Just let him work out.
Can you let these girls in yoga pants with matching shoes work out for the love of God?
Jeez Louise. Leave them alone. Let them work out.
And work on your game, man.
Work on your game.
Don't freak people out like that. Let her get some reps in and then go say hi. You know what I'm saying? Let her work out to keep what she's got.
Come on.
Just a thought.
But
I'm a married guy. What do I know?
But that my problem is I play it too cool. I act like I don't know you. If I like you, I act like I don't even notice you. I walk right by you. I don't even give you the time of day, but I have to because I'm staying single on purpose. But
right. Hey, when is that going to change?
I was just about to say.
Okay.
I was just about to say. Hold on.
Bring it.
I'm in a rut. Well, because I've been single, and maybe you guys can relate. I've been single so long, I'm used to being single. Like I like the single life. But I know, and I told you about this. I think we talked about it a while ago. I know I need somebody. Like I know to balance me out.
Right. We did talk about that.
Jason and I edit. We're always busy. We make time for this. We make time for you. But we edit. And I was telling Jason, I need somebody who
understands the editor's life,
but somebody who I like so much that when she says
enough is enough,
you need to spend some time with me, I will stop editing. Like something I enjoy
physically and
mentally. Yes, turning it off. Yeah, that's the toughest thing.
Being fully present.
Being fully present.
Yes.
But when she says, "Hey, I want to spend some time with you," she is so cool and so interesting that I will stop what I enjoy doing and go and hang out with her.
Okay.
Who I also enjoy.
Yes.
I need that. I know I need it. Yep. But like I said, I've been single for so long. I'm good. Like I need to go out on, is there such thing as like a warm-up dates where you just go on a date and you're sort of warming up to getting into being in a relationship again?
You know what? I've actually heard of this.
Really?
It's called speed dating. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of speed dating.
You sign up, you pay $15, you pay for your lunch, you go up, and boom, like every 7 to 12 minutes, like you just rotate and you get to know people. And if you want to interact with that person, then clearly you let them know. And I guess these places, they have different ways of, exchanging information. But does that excite you, or is that like still kind of plasticky, kind of gross?
I am not excited by that.
Yeah,
that does not arouse my suspicion.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. There's no way I would want to do that.
I'm traditional.
No offense to anybody.
No offense to anybody.
Yeah. If you've done that, rock on. Please tell us in the comments below
if it works
how
for
that
you.
went for you, because we would love to know.
But I'm traditional.
Yes, a little bit more traditional. Like at the grocery store, you both reach for the Triscuits. And you're like, right? And then boom, the story begins.
Yeah.
Right? But speed dating, you show up and you feel like cattle.
Yes, you're herded in there.
Yeah. Right.
Ding.
Next.
Yeah. Branded.
Yeah. No thanks.
No.
So that's not you.
It's not me. Because I was thinking, okay, when I put myself back on the market, what am I going to do? Tinder? Am I going to do Bumble? Am I going to do Plenty of Fish in the Sea? Or J-Date? They have J-Date. They have Cowboys Only.
Whoa. Okay, you got
Farmers Only.
I've seen this.
It's just for farmers, but that's needed. Whoever created that is a genius, because
You've niched down. You've niched.
The farmer lifestyle is
way
crazy.
Different.
Yes, and you need somebody who understands that. Smart
what
person.
If an urbanite wants to hook up with a farm person?
Well, I think you could probably still go on there, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it would be funny if you had to punch in information that it blocked you. Like, where do you live? Here's my, and then it was like
in the city. Yeah, exactly.
That'd
No,
be
you're
awesome.
not a farmer.
It probably doesn't work that way.
Probably doesn't work that way. So I need a story. You and I are storytellers. I need a story. I need that. I need that. I was doing something and she was doing something, and there's just an incredible story. Something happened.
Okay, so let's make this about you today.
Oh, no.
What are you doing to potentially start that story? Where do these ladies live? Where could you bump into? And I know you're not on the market.
No,
right?
not ready.
But
you gotta have money for that. I don't have the money for that.
Well, see, maybe yes and no. And again, maybe the ladies could respond to this by putting their stuff down at the bottom.
Be honest.
But
you guys want a man with money.
Yeah, but I don't think all women are laid out that way.
No, some of them, they just want your time. They want you to treat them right.
Yeah, Yeah, right? Like, yes, I mean, we are in a different age now. Like, you both have to work if you want to survive in America and make the dough.
Yes.
And actually live at a decent level.
Do work.
Right? You both have to be working. So yes. I think that most of the ladies that you would be attracted to, that super hot chick with the yoga pants with the matching shoes, she probably works and has a really great career, or at least she's clearly providing for herself in some way. You didn't say bling bling, did you?
No. I always check for the finger.
Yeah. So, ooh.
No.
Okay,
no.
Yeah.
I just have a question. I'm so confused about marriage, but go ahead.
Oh, ooh. Well, maybe we should pause for a commercial marriage break.
No. This is a real quick question.
Oh boy.
I guess I can.
You're going to ask the guy that wears the same shoes that doesn't match? Got him.
So, do you have two different rings? This is how clueless I am. I'm so clueless. And this is how single and clueless I am. So when you propose, is it a different ring than the wedding ring?
No, it's in addition to. So you have the engagement band. Now, clearly, I'm a dude, so it works.
Look at that bling!
Bling. Woo! My wife was like, "Oh,
bling,
he's a
bling.
keeper. He's a keeper."
Every time I come around, I say, "Bling, bling."
I'm gonna get him diamonds. So I've got diamonds. Nice. Thank you very much. Seriously, when she gave this to me, I was like, "What the heck?"
I need sunglasses for that thing.
I know, right? Thanks. Thank you, Alicia Howard. But when I engaged to her, no, I gave her an engagement. It's an engagement ring, totally separate from the ring that you put. I said wing, the ring that you put.
Gave her a chicken wing. You proposed.
What's up, baby? I know I just ate it, but
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, no, not that. But okay. So two separate rings. One is an engagement ring, and then on the day of the wedding, she already has the engagement ring on. You slide on that other half.
It's another one,
and then it's completed.
Wait, so you have to buy two rings?
Yeah, but they usually come together. They're like a set.
You gotta buy two rings.
Yeah,
see, but that's don't look at it that way.
They know they've got this thing down. People have been doing it forever, so they put the two together, and you don't have to go crazy on your engagement ring. It can be simple. I went a little bit lavish because I was like, listen, you're a hottie, and I am not letting any boys think that you are hanging out with somebody that's not gonna put bling bling on. So I worked a lot to get what I put on her finger, but she's very grateful to this day because she wears it all the time, every day. But just a thought for all those that are looking to get married. So 2 rings. The engagement ring comes on that special day that you engage, and then the second one on the day of the marriage. So a very good question. That's not a stupid question.
But that's how clueless I am. I didn't even know what hand. So is it the same hand?
It's the left.
The left hand.
To the left.
To the left.
Yeah, it's the left.
Okay, so since we're on this topic, this isn't even what we were supposed to talk about today. But since we're on this topic, how did you propose?
Oh,
is that an interesting story?
Well, I think to some people might actually click off.
Turn off
at this way.
Okay.
I don't want to do that to them.
Okay.
If you want to know, I could give you a very short, quick synopsis. But I mean, do you really want me to?
I don't know if they're gonna know. We may have. Okay, all right.
I don't know. Basically, I took her to this crazy expensive restaurant. My best man, I told him. So he snuck in there. I bought a bunch of crazy roses. We carved out. I asked for this super intimate section of this Chez Francois.
Chez Francois.
Have you heard of this place?
I have heard of this place.
It's very, very nice, actually.
It's very nice.
I went in there during the day before anybody was there. I was like, hey, listen, I'm thinking about coming in here in about 3 weeks and proposing, and this is what I'm thinking. And so I set it up with the owner, and the owner was cool. And there was probably maybe 12 people in the room, and bam! Walked around the corner. We had our own little spot. It was awesome. It was very cool. And then at the right moment, I went to the restroom.
Yes, the bathroom. Like the Godfather. He went to the restroom.
Went to the restroom. And I came back out. Everything was set and ready. My buddy was sneaking around the corner, and he was videotaping it, and it was just awesome. And sure enough, I was like, hey, I like you, chick.
Yes.
You're smoking. let's make babies and live forever together.
Oh, wow. And then she said no or yes?
She went, that was weird. No, she's like, yes, absolutely. But I did in the restaurant was like, oh, and it was very rich people. So they were all like, oh, they're not.
Oh, golf clap. Got to do the golf clap.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah. And I dropped a ridiculous amount of money to be in that restaurant, which I would not advise in the future. But
speaking of restaurants, and guys, I'm going to give you game again. We're dropping gems. Yeah. Restaurants are some of the best places to pick up women. Why? Ooh. Why? Especially if you are a desperado.
Ooh.
If you're a desperado, you've been out riding fences.
That's actually pretty good.
I don't even know the song. I heard it on Seinfeld, and I'm just going from what I heard.
Legit to me.
So, restaurants, and here's the thing. This is good for guys who have game, but this is also good for guys who are desperate. And don't be desperate because women can, you can sense, even like I can sense women who are desperate, but guys, they can sense when you're desperate. It's the funk you have on you. Ooh. Go to a restaurant. And the reason is, go to a restaurant and try to get seated at a table of the woman you like.
Okay.
Because she is paid to come around and give you service. It's not the servitude that you want, it's the coming around. So she's going to come around, and every time she comes around, do you need any water? It's a chance for you to talk to her. So it is her job to come and give you attention. She comes over, you want any water, and you say, and you chop it up, do whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Cool. Comes back a little bit later. So you're getting attention and you're spitting game. So you spit game at the restaurant. Okay, I've had really good success.
Spit some game.
Oh, no.
I walk over. I am the one. I am the yoga wearing pant lady with the really cool shoes that walked over and puts your cup of coffee down. Spit game.
You know what the sad part is?
What?
Is that I don't have game.
Oh.
But
wait,
hold on. I don't have game because I don't need game. Oh. Only lames need game. Only lames need pickup lines. Have you ever used a pickup line?
Maybe.
Oh, you have? Which one did you use?
Oh, I don't remember. It was way before. I've been married. I'm the guy that wears the same shoes all the time.
The same shoes guy. That's the thing. Only guys who are desperate need game. I don't need game. I'm not desperate. I'm not a desperado. I don't need game.
So you just kick up normal casual.
Yeah, I'm just myself. And either you like it or you don't. And if you don't like it, cool. But I'm telling you guys, I'm dropping you gems because this is a place where they have to pay attention to you. It is their job to pay attention to you.
But don't you think that they probably milk that a little bit, knowing that you have their tip?
Right.
Right. So are they really interested in what you're saying? Are they even listening to what you're saying? Do they really even care what you're saying?
I'm just speaking from experience.
Okay.
I have picked up women from restaurants. So it's worked for me.
Okay. And these are waitresses?
Waitresses. One was actually the head cheerleader at Amherst High School back in the day.
Oh, dang.
The head cheerleader. And in fact, that was so bad. We talked about before where you went out and tried to shake Alicia's hand. You remember?
Okay. Why do you got to bring that up, man?
Because I did that.
Did you?
I did.
So I'm not alone.
No.
Okay. All right.
So I was at the restaurant and I chopped it up with her before, sat in her section, and she came over, sat down, and we weren't sure if we were dating or not. You know, you're in that sort of weird place.
Okay.
And she was like, so what are we? When you get that question, you know what that is. What are we?
Ooh.
And I don't know why, but I went into business mode. I went into this like salesman mode. And I'm like, well, what would you like to be? You know what I mean? It's almost like a car salesman. That is not what she wanted to hear. Yeah, it's like car salesman mode.
Oh, boy.
What kind of car can I get you in today?
Oh, boy.
And she's like, well, I mean, I'd like to be exclusive. And I'm still in salesman mode. I'm like, okay, well then, we will be exclusive. And I put my hand out to shake it, and she put her hand out like it was like a deal. She shook my hand, and she was like, okay. It was so bad.
Wow. And how long ago was this?
This was several years ago. And my buddy was there. He was sitting in the booth, like right behind us. And he started busting out laughing. And she went and, she had to go bust her tables. And then I went back and sat in the booth with my buddy. And he was busting out laughing. He was like, "Did you just shake her hand?" I was like, "Did I? Yes, I did. Why did I do that?" He's like, "Why did you turn into a businessman?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know what happened."
Because I froze up, man. I froze up. She's smoking hot, and I didn't know what to do. So you shake hands when you don't know what to do, apparently.
It was a business deal. I was brokering a deal.
I tried to shake my wife's hand.
Yeah,
so
you
I
did.
Get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I feel you. We're dorks, but that's okay.
We are dorks, but we're proud of it.
That's right. At least we're proud dorks.
Yes.
All right. And hey, at least I landed mine, and I've been with her ever since I shook her hand.
And mine didn't work out.
Boom.
Mine didn't work out, but it's for the
50% though. There you go. So guys, here's the point. Shake ladies' hands in business deals, and it works. It's unconventional, but it clearly works.
Yeah, shake their hands. They love that. They love being a business deal.
50% of the time it works. Right. Okay, so where were you going? So do we go back to the gym stuff?
We could go. Oh, well, we were going back to Planet Fitness. We're talking about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
I went to the new Planet Fitness that they opened up.
Okay.
And I'm disappointed.
Oh, sorry.
I'm disappointed.
Sorry, Planet Fitness. We will not be getting sponsorship deals from Planet
I know.
Fitness.
It's not bad. Like you said, you like to be in a place where it's non-judgmental.
Planet Fitness, just so you know, you are welcome to cut our sponsorship fee in half, and you can give it to me because I am a Planet Fitness member.
Well, and I'm not. I'm an LA Fitness member, so give me that
Planet
LA. What is it? LA lifestyle. LA. Oh, that's backwards. LA. Yeah, LA. Okay. But yeah, so we went. In fact, we're not going to get sponsorship after I tell this story. But you remember when we went, I had an issue. You remember?
Yes.
I went in. Okay, so we went into a Planet Fitness, and I'm going to call them out. Oh, maybe I shouldn't, because you still go to this one.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm going to call them out. So we went to the Planet Fitness. I do you, boo-boo. So I went to the Planet Fitness in Elyria, Ohio, across from Midway Mall.
Oh, you really did call them out.
A long time ago.
You could have just used the generalization there, but yeah.
No.
Okay.
So I went there, and I had a hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Hat on. Went in. Everybody had a hat. Well, not everybody had a hat, but a lot of people had hats on. He was like, "Hey, you want to work out?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I met him up there.
And I probably was wearing a hat.
Possibly. So I went in and went out, started exercising, pushing weight. The manager came over to me and said, "You can't wear that hat." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you can't wear that hat. You got to take it off. Either you got to take it off or you got to leave." And I was like, I looked around and I'm like, well, they're all wearing hats. They're all white. And I was the only black person. So is it discrimination? Is it racism? But he was like, you gotta take that hat off or you gotta leave.
Ouch.
So I had to go back into the locker, had to get the key from you, and I was like, hey, I need the key. Like, what happened? And I was like, oh, he won't let me wear my hat. You're like, really? Why is he being a butthole? I was like, I don't know, but I got to get the key from you. So I put it in, and you were confused. But yeah. And so I will never, ever go back to the Planet Fitness in Elyria, Ohio because of it. Now,
ouch.
I did go, they opened one in Avon, Ohio.
Okay.
And I thought, well, you know what? It's probably just that one person. It's an isolated case. So I'm not going to hold a grudge against Planet Fitness just because one dude was a a-hole.
Okay.
So I went to the one in Avon. Totally different experience. It was good. Nobody was a jerk.
Good. Thank God.
But my problem is two things. Okay. This is why I stay at LA Fitness.
Okay.
Planet Fitness, they limit the amount of weight you can push. I don't like that. If I'm somebody who wants to push myself, I don't want you to tell me how far I can be or I can push.
How do they do that?
So the leg press, you're working out your legs. there's usually multiple racks where you can put weights on. They only have one. So you can only put a certain amount of weight on there. And then they max it out. Well, I maxed it out and I'm like, this is nothing. And
you're a lunk.
In fact,
you're a lunk.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah. That I had a problem with. And then the other thing is they have personal trainers. But the personal trainers look like they need personal trainers. Oh. They have weight, like they're so heavy. I mean, maybe it's yes, I'm shaming. I'm shaming right now. I don't care what the PC people have to say. I'm shaming. But I want everybody at the gym to be fit. You should be what I aspire to. If you're
going to be a personal trainer, you should be in
shape.
Enough inspirational shape.
But how are you going to train somebody when you yourself need training?
Yeah, well, that's a hard one to argue with.
But you are a billboard for your job, for your business, right? Yeah. And if you don't look good, and it's bad that it is a fickle sort of finicky business, that's the way it is.
It's a very visual industry.
Yes.
Yeah, and you kind of do. I'm not going to argue with that.
And you can say I'm hating because I am, but I'm just being real.
Well, you got to keep it real.
It's not hate, it's just honesty.
I think Planet Fitness people would even agree with that one. I mean, I love their judgment-free zone,
which is good.
Which is great. Yeah. Honestly, it's one of the things that attracted me is like, I don't push all that weight. I'm not looking to be Diesel. I want to be able to fit in my pants. So
you're doing this thing.
Yeah. I've got the dad bod, so I just want to fit into my clothes. But I get it. If somebody is looking to go Diesel and be ripped, and you did modeling, you've done all these things, like you have to be in a certain measure. If you're an actor or an actress, like you have to.
Your job is looking good.
Yeah. So I can get you, and that's why I think maybe, and I could be wrong, and maybe somebody from Planet Fitness could I don't know, give us the details of this, but they probably are marketing more to the dad bod than to the Diesel ripped, right?
But that's good. Like Planet Fitness is not bad.
No,
that's just why I don't go there. It's not for me.
But you're speaking truth, and somebody in Planet Fitness world has to be honest with that and say maybe we should be looking at our trainers to make sure
that I don't know. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like I am happy when I see anybody in any shape at the gym because at least you're trying. And that's all I want. I want you to go and I want you to try. In fact, there are people in there. I'll go and give people compliments and stuff like that. You can tell that's not where they want to be.
Yep.
But I see them on a consistent basis and I'm like, man, I just want to encourage you. You're doing good. Keep it up. There's a guy who uses sticks. I don't know what he's got one of those diseases where like he has to use sticks to walk.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That dude is in the gym and he pushes weight, and I love it. I love it. So any of you people who are out there, yes, no excuses. If a guy who has sticks can work out, there's a guy who has sticks. There are guys who come in on wheelchairs, or not in wheelchairs, sorry, walkers.
Okay, yeah.
And they'll use their walkers to get from one thing to another. So I am happy that people are at the gym. It's these people who don't go to the gym, who whine and complain. You are the people that I hate. I don't hate you, but I'm just angry. Anyway.
Hey, Eric, why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I know. But so all that came from me deadlifting. That's my grunt guilt. That's my grunt guilt. So I'm guilty of a grunt.
You were that guy.
I was that guy. And the announcement that I want to make.
Okay, here we go.
The announcement. I am throwing in my hat and running for president of these United States in the 2020 elections. Woo! And I want you to be my running mate. Woo!
Hey, I'll do that. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Do I get paid good?
It's the government salary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll support you from a distance.
No, you gotta be. Everybody's running.
Oh boy, that's the truth. Yeah.
So I figured I'd just throw my hat in there. And you can't have America. You can't spell America without Eric. So I think that's gonna be my slogan.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Eric is the heart of America.
Oh,
AMERIC. Boo!
That's pretty good, actually. I'm impressed.
But
that was really good.
I'm not actually running. But
if you were, that would be a great slogan.
I know, right? It's made for me. And I'll just give you whatever you want. You want free money? I'll just have the Fed I'll have them print more money. Everybody gets free money. You want a free car? Everybody gets a free car. You want a free baby? I'll give you a free baby. It'll be a government baby. And it won't be, this baby will not be restricted. So no child labor laws won't exist. Not for this baby, because it's your government baby. You can do whatever you want. Put them to work. It's your government baby.
Oh, no.
That's my campaign, right?
I'm so glad that we're offending people across all lines and borders right now. This is great.
Yeah, well, but everybody, it's weird how extreme people are. It's like just extremes. Like there's extremes to the right and extremes to the left.
I can't keep up with all the PC.
I hate PC.
I can't do it.
PC is killing comedy and it's killing Hollywood.
Ooh.
The Oscars were this past week.
Talk about that.
Right?
Yes. The Oscars.
But this is what bothers me. Over the past maybe 4 years or so, this whole PC thing, the PC police are now controlling the stories that Hollywood is telling. So PC is killing comedy and it is killing storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So we have comedians. We have comedians who say something or they try out a joke. They're testing out material in these small clubs, and then somebody records it. And then they have to go on an apology tour. So they go on Good Morning America and they go on, The View, and they have to apologize for a joke. They're testing out material. Either the crowd likes it or they don't. And this is a problem because they need to be able to work out material. So PC is killing comedy, but it's also killing storytelling.
Ooh.
Everything has to be fair and balanced.
And that's not the real world, is it?
It's not the real world. I'm going to drop a bomb on you people
right
now. Are you ready? Are you ready?
We're ready.
All men were not created equal. Done. Oh. Now, let me explain myself. What do I mean? What do I mean? We are not created equal. However, that is a good thing. There are certain things that you bring and that you are good at that I am not. We are not equal. However, just because we're not equal, you should treat people as equals because everybody has something to bring, something to give, and all of that brings about a symbiosis. Symbiosis is where there's balance in nature.
Very nice word.
Right? So all men and women are not created equal, and that's a good thing. Again, I'm reiterating because people take things out of context.
All the time.
Not created equal. But that's a good thing because we all can't be good at everything. We need people who love math and who love science and who are good physically fit and play sports to bring about balance and harmony. So you're not created equal, but you need to treat everyone equally because everybody has something to give, and what they give helps create a better society. Done.
Very nice. Very well said.
Now, when it comes to Hollywood, and Jason's bringing it up.
I'm bringing it up.
Hollywood they're not telling good stories. So let's go through this.
Okay, let's go through it. Notable winners, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, so let's go through, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Won 4 awards.
4 awards. Did you see all of these movies on here or no?
No.
You didn't? Oh, okay. You told me about the Green Book, and I watched it, yeah.
Man. The Green Book, I fell in love with, man. Great acting, phenomenal acting, beautifully shot, colorized, gorgeous. The film guy in me was like, oh, so good.
Yeah.
So I loved The Green Book, and I'm so glad that it won the biggest honor of the night, Best Picture.
Yes, and it deserved it. I watched all the movies except for, I didn't watch all of Roma because I wanted to.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was boring.
Was it?
Absolutely boring. Look, this dude. It tells no story, and it's in black and white. So it's about this Latina lady. She's a cleaner.
Okay.
And she just lives her life, and that's about it.
Really?
Yeah. And people are like, it's amazing. It's in black and white. Just because something is in black and white doesn't make it amazing.
Huh.
Yeah, it's so boring. There's really no story, but it got nominated.
Okay.
Here's something I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Because this was controversial during the Oscars.
Okay.
I'll set it up this way.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're off to the shallow.
Know what I'm talking about?
I'm sorry. I have not a clue.
No? Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So
was that a part of a movie?
Yes. So that was part of A Star is Born, one of the Best Picture nominees.
Oh, really?
Where Bradley Cooper plays a simple cowboy. I don't think he's supposed to be simple.
Okay.
But he has simple lines. Like his dialogue. It just seems like he's simple. He's like,
yeah. Is this a drag bar? Are those your real eyebrows? Is that your real hair?
Like everything he says is simple. It's ridiculous. But the biggest thing of the night, or one of the biggest things, was that Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, who plays a rock star, he's like a rock star. She wants to be a star, and so it shows her rise to fame and stardom. So they sing songs together. So they actually sang one of the songs during the Oscars. So Bradley Cooper comes out. So Lady Gaga is at the piano. She's doing her in the shallow. And then Bradley Cooper comes out, sits on the bar or the stool next to her. And they lean in and they sing the song together. And people are, in the shallow. And people are like, man, that chemistry is strong. Bradley Cooper's wife is sitting in the audience. People are like, whoa. So here's a question for you. What if you were an actor, or if Alicia was an actress?
Which she is acting right now.
Is she?
She is. She's in a local theater thing.
No way.
Jig? Yes.
Now.
And there is a part where somebody has to touch her, pick her up.
Exactly. That's my question. So if they have to, but what if you were an actor and you had to either kiss or have some sort of romantic scene? How would she feel about that? Or on the flip side, since you're here, if she has to kiss someone or have a romantic scene with another guy, how would you feel about that? Because this was a little bit of the controversy.
Okay.
How would you feel about that?
Because people could visibly see the connection between the two of them.
And they say, well, the one argument is, well, they're just acting. They're just really good actors. The other argument is, no, there's something going on. So how would you feel about that? I'd be pissed. Even though I know it's their job. But it's one thing to do it on film, but it's another thing to sort of carry out this whole thing after the film is done. And I'd be like, okay, look, if you're an actress,
cut this thing off.
Cut it off. You need to cut it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I don't know if I could do it. But say if I was acting and she was acting, it would be hypocritical of me to be like, hey, I can do it, but you can't, because I'm a man and you're a woman.
Yeah,
like
that wouldn't fly. Not with the future Mrs. David.
But what if she said, but it's just my job. It's just my job to lay with these men, to lay like in the biblical sense.
Whoa. Well, clearly that is a different industry altogether. But portraying acting, that. Yeah, if it's acting, yeah. I'll kind of take it to another level. Like
take it to that level.
There have been moments where I have gone to have lunch with my wife in her area of work.
Okay.
And she is a professional, and she is a high school guidance counselor. And there's some phenomenal people. Now, she's been there our entire marriage. So I'm not talking about any particular moment recently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But over the past years, I'll be honest in saying that I know there have been certain individuals that have found my wife to be attractive.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Yep. So I got to be honest with you, like whether it's on a screen, and it's somebody being an actor or an actress, right? Or it's in the workplace. I've definitely let my wife know, listen, I'm a dude. And I can sense from other dudes.
Right.
Like, we have this thing. And just like the ladies, same thing. Like, you can sense whether a lady has got, she's peacocking. To get the guy's attention and just the whole game. There's game. Yeah. I could sense in the past there was an awkwardness between me and this other guy that was around. And I could tell that he didn't care for me, and I could sense vibes. So whether it's on the screen or it's in a normal work environment, I had to be honest with my wife and say, let's go home and talk. And when we got home, I was like, listen, this is what I'm comfortable with. This is not what I'm comfortable with. I'm picking up vibes, and you could think that I'm cray-cray.
Cray-cray.
Or you could just trust me here because I'm a dude. And she could pick up and sense females that have, for some reason,
bad intentions.
Yeah, Jason Howard was attractive in some fashion or form. I don't know what, but whatever. So honestly, like, I had to say, listen, I'm uncomfortable with this dude, and if we're committed to each other, we are. We have children. We, to death do us part. I'm going to need you to let this person know that he cannot enter into a certain comfort zone. And if he does, I'm just letting you know professionally. And I did say this. I said, I will be unprofessional.
Yeah.
And I will make him very aware outside of this place that whether the law is involved or not, there will be something that goes down.
Yep. Either you handle it or I'm going to handle it.
Yeah. And so I feel like what you're suggesting is like that chemistry between the two of them. Yeah, somebody needs to say, whoa. That's cool. That might be for the TV and to sell more tickets to go see the movie. But just so you know, is there something going on there?
Yeah.
Right? Can we have a heart-to-heart? Is there any type of attraction there? Do I need to be concerned?
Yes.
Can I hold you accountable to that? Because we've also been honest with each other, and I hope that husbands and wives are kind of having this dialogue, at least we have, where we have been honest about attraction, that person is handsome or that lady's pretty for sure, but I'm letting you know, and I'm going to make sure that I don't entertain anything, and when I'm around you, that I'm closer to you to not give off any wrong vibes, or you know what I mean?
Right.
So all that to say, I've actually not had a Lady Gaga, shallow Bradley Cooper moment necessarily, but I have seen at least my wife gone through that in a non-show business format. So I can't even imagine that, right? But am I crazy to say that I think it's all about like being honest and transparent and communicating?
Transparent, yes.
I mean, that's a safe way, right?
Safe. Just be honest.
Be real, be honest.
Don't cheat. Right. Still needed. It's still so expensive to cheat.
It is. And what does it really do for you? Really.
But you have to be a good liar because you have to keep your lies straight. Now, I've never cheated, and I never will, because I'm like, it's just too much. It's just too much work. Maybe I'm just too lazy to cheat. But I'm like, and if I was cheated on, I would be pissed. So I'm like, I can't cheat on somebody else because I know how I would feel if that happened. But they're like, hey, boys, guys are just we're allowed to do it, man. It's animalistic. Ooh. It's the way we're built, man. So I'm like, okay, fine, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not cheating. I'm good.
I mean, what about self-control? What about a little bit of respect? Like self-discipline? I mean, we are not animals. We are not like cats in heat and dogs in heat.
Well, some of us are, apparently.
Apparently. But, I mean, there is self-control with humanity. Like, so you don't have to run around.
Not with some people.
Well,
some people desire control. I control my desires.
Ooh. Boom. That was actually pretty good. But anyways, yeah. So back to the Oscars here. It looks like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga cleaned up. And did you see this one as well?
I did. I saw all of them except for Roma. Roma, like I said, was so boring.
You saw Bohemian Rhapsody?
I did. The problem I have with Bohemian Rhapsody is that they told the story they wanted to tell and not the true story. And this is one of the things that bothers me about Hollywood is that they will tell stories that will sell tickets instead of ones that will live on and people will be acclaimed. So this is, I guess, acclaimed, but it's not telling the real story. Sacha Baron Cohen, he wanted to play Freddie Mercury, but he wanted to tell the real story. Ooh. And the band who was part of this decided, they were like, no, we want to sort of clean up the image. And that bothers me because I want the real thing. If you say based on a true story, then it should be as true to life as possible. Don't make up a bunch of stuff. That's what happened with the Black Klansman. The Black Klansman, not a good film.
Really? Spike Lee, right?
Spike Lee. Yeah, not a good film. He got upset because he didn't win Best Picture, but you didn't win Best Picture because you didn't deserve to win Best Picture. I know that's bad, but it's not. It's true. And the film was disjointed. They made up a lot of stuff in there. Again, this was based on a true story, and they made up a lot of stuff in there.
But he did take home an Oscar, it looks like.
Yes.
Lee won the Best Adapted Screenplay Award.
What
is that, by the way? I don't even know.
Well, you take the real story and you adapt it for the screen.
Okay,
right?
That's what you were talking about.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha. But a lot of stuff in there was made up. And it was made up to, I guess, get you enraged about the Klan and about racism. Okay. You don't have to do that. You don't have to make it up. We know the Klan is bad. We know racism is bad. You don't have to make stuff up.
That's true.
And the lead actor in there is Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Huh. He's not bad. I've seen him in Ballers, so he's in the show Ballers, which the first season was good. The second season was ugh. Okay. Third season was a little bit better.
Okay.
But he's an undercover cop. Black Klansman is about a black guy who infiltrated the Klan. Oh. Who got accepted into the Klan. Okay. True story, right? Based on a true story. I was excited when I heard about this. I was like, oh man, that's great. I've heard about this story. What they did with it, the film didn't know if it was supposed to be a comedy or a drama. Oh. And because it didn't know what it was supposed to be, it just turned out to be just nothing, like bad. Really? And and he threw in things, he made up stuff to sort of sell the story that didn't actually happen in real life.
Oh, wow.
But one of the things that I'll say, and I talked to my buddy about this, their afros. Well, first off, the main character, Denzel Washington's son, he didn't seem like he was a black guy. He had to go to this underground black meeting. Yeah. And so say you're a black guy, I'm an undercover cop. Okay. I'm going to this underground black meeting just to see what's going on. If I acted this way toward you, would you think that I was an undercover cop, or do you think I was one of the crowd? So hello, my brother. Hello, my sister. What it is, brother? What it is, sister? That's how he said it. He was so obvious. So I don't know if that was his acting or if that's the way he was supposed to do it, but it was bad. But like I said, the best thing about this movie was the afros. The black people's afros were amazing. And again, I said this to my buddy. I know why white people don't like afros. Not you, but not you. But
I actually like afros.
I
One of my favorite afros, just for the record, Kid and Play. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, dude, he had that. Right, yeah,
man, eraser head looking afro. Yeah, was so sweet. White boy wanted that, couldn't have it. Sorry.
But I have a theory on why white people don't like afros. Why? In fact, I went to a school where black hairstyles were not allowed. In fact, there's a lawsuit going on right now because there are schools that were banned black hairstyles. They wouldn't let black kids have black hairstyles. We're black. What kind of hairstyles are we supposed to have? Stupid. So
you're gonna have to put a part in there.
Yeah,
you need to part it over here just a little bit. Just comb it right there.
It made him feel uncomfortable. But that goes to my point. I know why white people don't like afros. Here's my theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. What is one of the number one fears in Americans? It is public speaking.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Now, when we have big afros, black people, when we have big afros, we look like big microphones. Okay? So every time white people look at a black person with an afro, they feel that they have to give a public speech.
Okay.
And that public speech makes them nervous. So every time they see a black guy with an afro, they get nervous. That's what it is. That's why you guys don't like afros, because you feel like every time you see us, they feel like
see this.
they see the microphone. Right yeah, our hair's kind of like that. Yeah. And you feel like you have to give a public speech, so you're like, no. You get nervous every time
We're going to make sure that no kids in our school can look like this.
Yes, because it makes me nervous. Because I don't like public speaking.
It's ridiculous what prejudice does, right?
Yes.
Just so bizarre. However, I mean, the Academy Awards kind of kick that in the crotch a little bit. By the way, my family and I, we ended up watching Black Panther.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say it, man. We loved it. Our kids loved it. We were like, whoa, Black Panther. And did you see Superwoman? I don't know if you got.
I didn't see Superwoman. I saw Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Maybe Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good. I liked Wonder Woman.
That was really good too. Yeah.
But that, sorry, you can finish.
Well, I was just going to say, it's like, African Americans kicked booty this particular round of the Oscars, and Black Panther cleaned up as well. I can't remember what they ended up winning. Hannah Belchler became the first African American to be nominated and win the Oscar for the film's production design.
Yeah, so she kind of dreamed up Wakanda. So obviously it's in comic books, but you have to actually make this come to life, and she was the one who sort of dreamed up all this.
She's freaking
but
awesome.
The good thing, Black Panther was good. I like Black Panther.
Okay.
People were saying it was the most amazing film that I've ever heard or ever seen ever.
Probably not that.
No, but I don't think it was amazing. I think it was as good as all the other superhero movies.
But don't you think it would probably got some of that type of recognition around it? Because let's be truthful and honest. Like, African Americans and in the film industry have fought very hard for years. And even you, just friend to friend, have shared in moments where you would go to try out for a particular spot, and they would want to, because you're African American, have you portray something that, quite frankly, you are nothing even close to being. But that's kind of what they expected you to put on and become. And so I feel like, African Americans have gotten a real crappy hand dealt to them for a number of years. And I feel like this year it's been kind of justified, and to say, here we do have this really butt kicking that comes from the comic book land, right? But the acting is off the hook. I mean, all these things came up, the CGI, everything came together and was beautiful. And I'm not just saying that it was African Americans only that made the movie, but there was a lot of star-studded African Americans in there. So even though it may not be the best movie in the world, I feel like there was a lot of validation given. And the Black community, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, but the Black community has rallied around it to say, yeah.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
Come on.
That's the significance of it. So the film, again, it's no worse or no better than any other superhero movie. Like, it fits right in with this DC sort of Marvel superhero universe. But the significance of that film is that Black people were put in a position of positive influence.
Right.
And instead of us playing the stereotypical, and I'm just going to say it, the N-word roles, and I'll tell the story.
Isn't it true that in a lot of the films in the past, like even other movies, like the first person to die in a movie is usually
the black guy.
The black guy, right?
Yeah, so it's all these films where we have to like scream and shout and tap dance and oh man and all that stuff.
Right.
Like this was Black people shown in a positive light. I loved it, and this is not the only one. You had Hidden Figures, and films like that. So I liked the shift. What Jason is referring to. So Black Panther was good. But the best thing about it was the message it sent out.
Yeah.
So what Jason was referring to. So I had an audition, and I'll tell the story. One of my last auditions. This is why I stopped acting, and I feel like I've got the acting bug back, so I may hop back into it. But I was auditioning for a John Travolta movie, and I went in with the casting director and the casting director's assistant. And so I had my lines, learned them, and the lady was like, okay, you ready? I was like, yep, I did my slate. And she said, okay, go ahead. And they recorded, and I did my, read off my part. And it was very calm, very subdued, because when you watch films, outside of the black films, it's not like, it's not overacting. Right. And so I did it really calm, like you would see it in a film.
Yeah.
And she said, and when I was done, she was like, okay, that was good, but could you give me more? For all of you people out there, when a casting director tells you she wants more or he wants more, you can be suspicious. Now, when they say, could you give me more and could you make it more urban, that's when they want you to tap dance. That's when they want you to be the stereotypical N-word guy and they want you to go crazy.
That's gross.
So, yeah. So I was like, okay, all right, fine. So she pressed record. I did it again. I gave a little bit more, but it wasn't overacting, right? I've done stuff where I've overacted, but it sort of fit the role. This one, no. You need to be calm. It's a film.
Yeah.
So I gave a little bit more. Okay, did it. Turned off the camera. That was better, but could you give me more? At this point, I was like, oh, she wants me to wild out. So, like, she wants me to be that stereotypical black guy. Yeah. So in my mind at that point, I was like,
I don't want the part.
Yeah, I don't want the part. I'm gonna blow this audition on purpose. I don't want this anymore. So she said, are you ready? And I was like, okay, fine. So she hit record, and I just went crazy. I didn't want it anymore. I'm gonna blow this on purpose. Then she turned off the camera, and the worst part is she was a black casting director, and her assistant was black, and I could tell her assistant didn't like the directions that the casting director was giving me because it was that. It's like, oh man, she's making him do this.
So they were jumping through the hoops of what the casting director.
Yes.
So this wasn't their preference necessarily.
Well, I don't know. It may not have been their preference, but I'm like, man, it feels like, when black people sold black people into slavery, because that happened. Look it up. It's not just white people, but black people did it too.
That's true.
And it's like I feel like it's a small bit of that. It's like a little bit of that, like. Come on, dance for the white man. And so I go home, I get a phone call. They love that last one.
Wow.
I was like, oh man.
But I'm like, it goes against everything.
Goes against everything I've got. Yeah, I stand for. And so I was like, oh, what do I do? And so my agent was all excited. Hey, you got a call back. You're going to meet the producers and the directors and I was like, man, I could use the money. I need the money, but then I'm like, it goes against everything I believe. So what am I going to do? Well, I mean, I went to the callback and I was like, and everybody was really nice. But I just went again, cause I was like, I don't want it. I probably shouldn't have gone, but you want a good relationship with your agent.
Yeah.
And I would have ruined the relationship because she'd be like, why aren't you going? Why aren't you doing this?
Which then she wouldn't be fighting for you and trying to put you in other parts.
Right. So you're gonna lose a lot of work because of this one. But that's what this whole, I hate to go into the Me Too thing, but that's what this whole thing is like. There are people in positions of power. If you don't do what they say, and the entertainment industry, though it's worldwide, it's a small group of people. So if you offend you don't know who you're offending.
You could cut yourself off for a lifetime.
So now you have to make a decision. Am I going to do this, or am I going to I'm going to keep my morals and what I believe in? And I knew, so I knew at that point, I was like, okay, I'm done. And I stopped acting because I'm like, if this is what I have to do to get work, and these are the roles that I'm getting, and it's not just me, it's a lot of, I'll talk to other black people, it's those same roles. I'm like, I this isn't the right industry for me. So when we see Black Panther and we see Green Book and we see all these films that portray black people in a positive light, it gets me excited because now those days of tap dancing are being pushed to the side, and now we can tell stories that get me excited, and this gets me excited to get back into acting. I'm like, I like
this particular movie.
Well, this movie, but this whole that movement of showing black people in a positive light, gets me
like the Green Book, and
like the Green Book. There's controversy surrounding that, but yes, like Green Book. Dr. Shirley, he was a great pianist. Black Panther, positive light, Hidden Figures. These ladies were crazy smart, crazy smart. They were the computers before computers, or modern computers. They
were the backbones.
Yes, and so that's why I'm excited. I'd love to get back into acting, and I think I had to go through all of that stuff to know who I was and what I will and won't accept. But that's why it bothers me when I see people like Madea's Family Reunion and Big Mama's House.
It's kind of like the cheap laugh.
It is the cheap laugh, but it's not hate. This is how it is. They are A-listers. So, Tyler Perry is an A-lister. He creates opportunities for a lot of people. Eddie Murphy, A-lister. Who did Martin Lawrence? These are A-list movie stars. Right. And if they are tap dancing, I don't want to say tap dance, that's bad, but if they're putting on dresses to get a laugh, and that's the move, those are the opportunities that they are taking, that trickles down. So if the head honchos, if the A-listers accept those roles,
right,
then Hollywood is like, okay, everybody else below them has to accept it. So that trickles down to small guys like me. They're going to say, well, these big guys did it, so we want more of that. So what you guys at the top accept, that is what the industry is going to allow.
Wow.
And that's my beef.
So there is a responsibility.
There is a responsibility
to make sure that you're picking. Yes, not the cheap laugh.
Not
parts.
the cheap laugh. Don't portray us in a bad light, because we, the little guys, suffer when you guys do accept those things for 10 million or whatever it is.
That's powerful, man. That's really powerful. And I'm sure that there are a lot of guys listening to this going, I needed to hear that. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I've got some new favorites in terms of acting. Like, who doesn't love Denzel Washington? But
Denzel,
I mean, homeboy is just off the hook.
He's good.
So
He's
many,
consistent.
Consistent. And you want to talk about somebody that stayed away from the cheap laugh roles. This dude has said yes to so many great roles.
Love Denzel.
So Denzel, if you hear this, just know this white cracker loves you. All right.
And this black guy also loves your work.
But this guy that has impressed me the most out of all of this, the Oscars, I don't know if his name was thrown around or not, but I was so impressed with him. I have him up on my screen right now. But he was named after a very, very famous basketball player, is Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
This dude is so good.
He's good
at acting.
He's good.
He was such an awesome villain in Black Panther. I was so impressed by his ability. But his acting skills, man, he's on another level. I honestly, I felt like he was, even though he was the bad guy, he was the star-studded guy that made this movie so exceptional. I personally think. I was just so impressed with him. I've heard of him and I've seen him. What else is he in?
He's
I
feel like to look it up, but he's been in other stuff.
But he killed it, man.
He did.
Oh, you know what? What about Creed? Was he in Creed?
Creed, yeah.
Creed.
Yeah, Creed.
The new Creeds.
Yeah, the new Creeds.
But man, this dude, like, he is on a whole nother level. And you talk about staying away from the cheap laughs.
Yes.
And this dude's picking out some slick stuff. And I feel like he's changing the face of the black acting community.
Thank you, Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
I just think it's cool that he was named after Michael Jordan. That's kind of cool. But anyways, like what else was he in? So he's got Creed, Black Panther. I don't know if did you ever see the
Fruitvale Station? That people said that was good. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I haven't seen, but I've seen some of the stuff he's in. He's good. So thank you, Michael B. Thank you, Ryan Coogler. Thank you, all those who came before us, who held it down. I appreciate you, even though it sounds like I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm just telling the truth. I appreciate what they're doing. And in fact, yeah, Michael B. The guy in there, Andy Serkis. He's the one who was like, "Baby, don't hurt me." So he was like,
"Oh, okay,
that villain."
Yeah.
I like him. He does a lot of character acting, which I think would be fun to do.
Yeah.
But where you put on that suit, they put on the suit. So he was like, he was in Planet of the Apes. He was Caesar.
Okay. Oh,
so
yeah.
So they put on the bodysuits and actually like do the movements and walk it out and do the facial expression. So that dude is amazing. But to me, he wasn't a really good villain. Like Michael, like you said, Michael B. Jordan was more of a bad guy than
he was, man.
Andy Serkis.
He was such a great bad guy.
It was good.
I loved to hate him, and I didn't want to see him die.
But that's good though. That means he did a good job. If you love to hate, but you're supposed to hate.
Right.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he did, man.
As long as you can separate that, though. Separate him from his character. Some people are like, I hate that person on screen. It's like, no, they're just playing a role.
Because
he
was such a great actor.
Yeah, it's just so good. That's how you get typecast.
Yeah. But he also, he killed it in Creed.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. But he's got that, you're going to make fun of me. Kevin James, right? Kevin James.
Mm-hmm.
Hitch.
Will Smith.
Mm. He has a swagger to him.
Swagger.
He really does. You got to admit it. He's got a swagger to him that is seriously off the chains. He's so respectable. Yeah. And every role he has, he's just kind of got a little bit of that attitude that's found in the black community that we've talked about before.
Oh, it's soul. It's soul.
It's soul.
Yeah, you can tell when people sing. I was listening to some people sing. Some people sing with passion.
Right.
But they don't have soul. Ooh. Oh man, you gotta have passion and soul. You know what? Christina Aguilera, she's got pipes. She's got passion and she's got soul. She sings with soul. I like Adele. Adele's got that in there.
Yeah.
Have you heard Adele?
Yeah, right. Man. And she's from the UK.
Oh, Adele's got it. Love Adele. Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah,
she's good. Oh,
so you can be white and have a little bit of soul up.
You can. I'm telling you, she's mixed. I think, right?
Oh, is she?
But yeah, she's really tiny, but she's
little
she's good. She's got a big voice. Little tiny girl, lady, but she's got a big voice.
Yeah.
She can sing. I like it.
Yeah, good Oscars run, man. Super happy for, and not to sound like a cheese ball, but for my friends who are African American. I just feel like there was so much validation.
We win!
Yeah, man. Seriously. We're supposed to, I think this is an area where we should be way more PC than ever before, is seeing red, yellow, black, and white lifted up in these different areas of arts. And it's just so cool to see so many different, colors kind of put on display with so many, good films to pick from. So I'm just super, super pumped about that.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes me want to see some of the other ones like you were talking about. I don't think I've seen A Star Is Born, so I want to definitely check that out. And because it's Spike Lee, I've got mad respect for Spike. I'm kind of curious in that movie, but now that you've said what you've said, I'm kind of like, maybe not.
You can watch it. I don't hate Spike Lee, but it was certain things were thrown in there and they just didn't seem right. And like I said, it didn't know if it was a comedy. It didn't know if it was a drama. It wasn't dramatic enough to be a drama. It wasn't comedic enough to be a comedy. And so it didn't know what it was, and the whole film just sort of falls flat. But because the subject matter was about racism and fighting racism, people get excited about that.
Right.
But the actual execution of the film, to me, was poor, and so you lose out.
Well said. Well said. And you know what? Somebody that understands the film storytelling can articulate that better. So kudos to you for explaining it that way. Yeah, just because it's pushing against a hot topic doesn't make it artistically...
Or a good film.
Yeah. The Green Book, though, anybody that's watching this, you got to see The Green Book, man. It's off the hook. I texted him.
Yeah, he told me about it.
You have to watch this movie. So good. And I don't know the main dude in...
It's Marshall Ali, something like that.
He is
good. He's like a Denzel. Like he's consistent. He is good.
He is like a Denzel Washington, man. Like, so if you haven't seen that, you've got to watch it, man. That movie, ooh, man, it'll do something to you. It exposes the ugliness of back in the day and how far we've come. I've got to say this. I feel like I need to say this. This is super important. Okay. I know that it sucked back in the day, but I look at where we're at today. And I look at ESPN and all these news broadcasting, and it's not perfect, but man, and we have a long ways to go for sure, but it has never been this good in terms of a melting pot of people in front of the camera. And it clearly, there's always ways to improve for sure. But I have seen it change drastically in the last 3 to 5 years. And I'm so proud of that. I don't know if that sounds silly or not.
But you should be, because you are an American.
Yes.
You should be. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. You, as an American, you should be happy when other Americans succeed.
Yep.
And I agree with you. It's not perfect, but the reason it is that way is because we have people who are pushing to either expose the darkness, but also pushing to expose and show their cultures and show that there are other stories to tell. Everybody's got a story.
Yep.
So I have to shout out to all those pioneers, people who are making films that show, Latinos in a positive light, and show, other cultures, Asians. You had crazy rich Asians. I didn't really like the film. I didn't think it was very good, but I like the fact that
exposed culture.
Yeah, I like the fact that Asians got a film, that's something that they could call their own.
Right.
So I'm happy for them. Again, I didn't really like the film, but I thought it's not so much about the film. It's about their opportunity, and I love that they got opportunities. So I don't like PC, but I understand that there are positive parts of PC. If people were just good human beings, we wouldn't need PC. We wouldn't need the Me Too. We wouldn't need a lot of these things. But because there are bad people in the world, then we need these movements. So I completely understand, and kudos to everybody who was pushing diversity and pushing empowerment forward. I love it.
Yep. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Well,
that's it.
I feel like we have jibber jabbered for quite a while.
We did, and we didn't even get onto the topic that I wanted to talk about. But it's okay. That's okay.
What was it that you wanted to talk about?
We can do it. We can do it next. But it was, can people change?
Oh,
there's a lot. Between the last time you and I talked, a lot happened. And so, can people change? Ooh. So maybe that's what we'll talk about on the next episode.
Maybe that'll be it, man. Right there. Boom. Next episode. Can people change? You should comment. Can people change?
Can they change? Let us know. Let us know.
All right.
Till next time.
See ya.
If you like what we've got going on,
we've got it going on.
Click the button to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
Yeah.